Welcome back. Dallas-based regional lender Texas Capital Bank shares posting record third-quarter earnings. Revenue was up 12% to $340 million. Earnings per share up, the bank hitting a 1.3% return on assets, topping a long-standing profitability target at the company. Investment banking and treasury fees driving growth. The company also reaffirmed guidance for double-digit revenue growth next year. Joining me now is Texas Capital Chairman, President, and CEO, Rob Holmes. Rob, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, Maria.
Congrats on the quarter. You called it the most successful bank transformation in 20 years. Assess the backdrop for us, and how do you keep this momentum going into the new year?
Well, thanks, Maria. As you know, we announced pretty aggressive goals in the third quarter of 2021, and this quarter, we said we'd reach all those goals by the back half of 25, and indeed we did that. And we had industry-leading profitability gains, 73 basis points to 1.3% ROA, and industry-leading improvement to tangible common equity, tangible assets, 247 basis points during that time. So we're really, really excited about it. And how do we keep doing it? We keep doing it because we're banking the right clients in our markets. We're now the only full-service financial services firm ever headquartered in Texas. Debt, equity, M&A, sales and trading, commercial banking, investment banking, private wealth, consumer. So we can bank any client through the entirety of their life cycle. And I think any great financial services firm is defined by their clients, and we're proud to bank the best clients in our markets.
Yeah, you are building a behemoth over there. But look, Rob, we know what's been going on with the banks. Regional bank earnings have been under scrutiny. We've got credit stress concerns, in some cases fraud. The KBW Regional Bank Index is down nearly 5% just in the last 2 weeks, Rob, ahead of the Federal Reserve's open board meeting this afternoon. Now, the Fed is going to be voting on a proposal aimed at enhancing transparency around bank stress tests. Fed Governor Christopher Waller floated the idea of limiting or skinny master accounts as the Fed re-examines its framework on bank access to payment systems. What do you want to say about all the worry around credit in the banking sector right now?
So the great frustration by many bank CEOs that are deemed regional banks is that the press and others deem regional banks as one, where in fact we're all very, very different. Different capital bases, different performance as it relates to credit and risk, different earnings, different revenue mix, different strategies. So like at Texas Capital, our classified and criticized loans went down 41% quarter over quarter year. And we had very specific credit cost guidance through the entirety of our transformation, and we came in on the low end of that. So I think, again, it's client selection, and don't classify all the banks as one. As for the unfortunate credit events that you spoke of, look, that happens when banks become careless and try to achieve loan goals. If you only have lending as a product, then you tend to lend too much. That's why we built what we built. We're indifferent what our clients do. If they have a need, a capital need, we can give them bank debt, private credit, institutional debt, convert, equity, whatever the capital menu may have, and so capital markets menu. So that's why we built what we built, and we've been placed in we placed over $25 billion of debt last year. As you know, we led the largest slow-managed debt deal in the country each of the last 2 years. So we don't provide clients just bank debt. We certainly don't do it when it's not appropriate.
Yeah, and so do you think that certain regionals have done that? I mean, I know you've said not all regionals are created equal, but these heightened credit concerns across the industry, is this just overdone?
Well, I think it is overdone. I mean, I think the bank earnings reports this season have all been pretty muted on credit, and they've done very, very well. And to be fair, the money center banks were involved in some of the problems that you mentioned. It wasn't regional banks.
Yeah. Regional bank merger activity, meanwhile, gaining momentum. Fifth Third Bank's $11 billion acquisition of Comerica has lots of people talking about who's next. Tell me about that. Do you need to create more scale to compete? Do you need to do acquisitions as well? Where does the growth come from at Texas Capital? And do you believe part of that is going to be through acquisitions?
Great question. So there's 48 banking transactions announced year to date. That's a 37% increase year over year. And so certainly with this administration, it's a very friendly M&A environment for the banking sector. No, we do not need to do M&A. We have a lot of synergies left, revenue and cost synergies, and built into the platform, having done this transformation. We've been very, very focused on a very disciplined capital menu, organic growth, capabilities, distribution policy, which we bought back 12% of the company. We sold a $3.5 billion business in November of 2022. We know how to do M&A. It's been red on the capital menu because we weren't profitable enough to do it. It is probably yellow now because you need a better currency, but we will consider it. We're really focused on tangible book value per share. You do M&A in banking when we need to go to a better market. We're in the best markets in the country in Texas, or you can't attract talent. We've attracted unbelievable talent, or you don't have the products and services. You can't build them yourself. But we just built a full service firm. So M&A is not required, but as any responsible management team, will consider it along the way. But tangible book value per share is paramount.
By the way, Rob, how does it feel in Texas there? I mean, you've got the Texas Stock Exchange. You've got now JP Morgan with more employees in Texas than in New York. Are you seeing Texas, these efforts to become the financial hub of the country?
Well, I think it is the financial hub of the country. I mean, you've got Schwab, Fisher, like you said, big money center banks reinvesting in the region. You've got very strong regional banks.
Yeah.
You've got more family offices in Dallas, Texas, I would bet, than anywhere in the country.
Amazing.
And so you've got private credit. It's a blast. You should come down and visit.
I bet. Rob, good to see you this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Maria.
All right, Rob Holmes joining us, Texas Capitol. We'll be right back.